totally compacted shells.
It don't look so old. And yet, you're in that comes off a ship.
The church itself is made from these bricks. This is
Access to God's door is not locked. Turn the handle and enter. So we're going to you.
this is the side entrance to the church. The side looking out is the church door that Carol's just pointed out. Front, and again you may see that the font is actually large shells.
It's the size of it against my hand. Smooth. And the actual pedestal for the font is shells as well. And all the walls. Yeah? All the
This, by
walls.
the way, Shell Beach. It's the only second, but there's only 2 beaches like this in the world. Just totally compacted shells. And as I mentioned earlier, when you were at Shore Bay, we saw that church. Well, this is where those this was where these stones or shells were quarried. There's the car and the shell. There's the shell. Just charming. Yes. There's Mother. Stein. The sea and the beach behind it. Clear to do and likewise. I'll just see if I can get a close-up view of the beach itself. View of the beach itself. Make some comparison between these stones that the church has made. We can see great similarities.
Oh, look, they're so small.
Take a couple of shovelfuls home and make some bracelets.
Getting some for Roy.
I don't think you'd be interested in these.
Too small.
Well, not too small. They're certainly not uncommon.
No?
They're certainly not uncommon.
Well, not here. They might be somewhere else.
Ah, never thought of that. Just keep still.
There's for you, Roy. Oh, sugar, I dropped one.
Hold your hand down a minute.
Yeah. They're only tiny,
Show
but they're pretty. Oh, I dropped another one. There's that many shells on the ground. You don't know which one you dropped. You would never be able to pick them up again. Oh, that's pretty. See the lines on it? Yeah, for Roy. I'll see how many more I can get.
shot towards.
It's all ready. Are you ready? Are you filming them coming down?
No, it's directly into the sunrise.
She's just well, as the name implies, a lagoon. Seagulls. Just as we pan up, there's cattle doing likewise. There's flipping lion with a new hat. Tony getting ready to take some pictures. G'day Caroline. You don't seem to be having much success. Eh? What'd you say? Diane, will you give us a comment on these tromogogogoloids? You better come over here and...
Sorry, the stromatolites are a very old form of algae or sea sponge, and they're only found in this part of the world. They're basically a sponge-type creature that's just a mass of cells, but they don't actually photosynthesize like modern plants. They don't breathe.
Oh, talking bloody English, Diane. Yeah, go on.
That's about it. They're almost a living fossil.
And the scientists said it was just like finding a live dinosaur to find a spot like this on Earth.
Still alive. And they're very soft and spongy stem.
Did you hear all that?
But it also makes you wonder if we're doing them any damage just walking over them.
Yeah, Tony said before I'd go through the water.
You've got something quite as rare as this. G'day, beautiful child. It's windy going out here.
Just everywhere as far as the eye can see.
Another strange thing. Another one on. Stromatolites, this. And you know, I walked through something before, and Normanton Beach or Corumba Beach, step aside. I went to my ankle in black mud. Right to my ankle. I mean, at Corumba.
Tromogogoloids?
Stromatolites.
I said tromogogoloids.
Quite amazing. Yes. You've only got to be here. You don't have to be here for an hour. Been here, done that. Marcus, look at that.
You taking my picture, daughter?
Yeah.
Ah.
Let's go back and cease doing our ecological damage.
Hello, Philip.
and whereabouts you from?
It's a general view across the Kalbarri National Park and also the Murchison River and possibly the meander amongst the countryside. View there just on the surf page. I'll see if we can just pick up the surf. Just rolling in.
The wind's blowing for 5 days.
Just at the surf there on the beach. That's a general view of Kalbarri Township. And there's the Murchison River. You can see a lot clearer there, the mouth of the Murchison, as it winds its way back inland into the gorges, which we'll be seeing later. Carol just speaking to people at this lookout, just having a general talk about where they've been, what you've seen, which way out, and so on. I'm just looking at this grasshopper just flew up into the branch of this bush and just see what it looked like on the camera. Top of the lookout, talking to these other people. I'll just zoom in and see if we can pick them up. There's Mother. To anybody that speaks English, she'll talk to, and she loves every minute of it. There's a flock of pelicans, for what they're worth, just drifting in the blue sky. There, you can just see them a little bit better there as the reflection of the sun shows slightly different on the birds. Meandering down this path. I don't know what town it's pointing to. He's obviously seen something that's taking a liking to it. It might be those pelicans I was attempting to photograph a few minutes ago. I just called it a nature study stop. At the moment we're in the Kalbarri National Park, and of all the thousands of miles that we've travelled and all the flowers that we've seen, there's just so many other varieties here still to be seen. One I was just viewed in on there, by the way, was known as a black boy.
Isn't that gorgeous, Tony? Very square. It's almost the perfect square leaf. It's like got a waxy go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? That's the noise of the leaf. Gee, listen to it. See it there?
Oh yes.
It's got a real shiny. Leonard, can you have a look at the blue one, love?
Yeah.
There. But look at the blue one behind it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So pretty.
It's got a little bit of colour in what I'm taking at the moment.
Just have a look at this.
Getting another little touch of colour there. Panned in on. And if I just raise the camera. You see the different. The red there certainly seems to stand out. It's just starting to boom now. There. As it just panned down. There's Mother and Carol making further inspection. Having a close look at another one.
There's another one in there. You can get in there. See that one? One here that you wanted to turn? Is there another one here that you wanted? Come and have a look at this one, Diane.
Wildflowers in profusion. Colour in this park has to be seen to be believed. tell. I was looking at the corner of the book. There's an lady walking. And,
Can you see that?
just moving a little bit so I can get a close up the close up of the same walking.
It's just beautiful.
It's just
It's got the yellow on
magnificent.
the side, a little bit of white, and there's the stem like that with a long, narrow leaf, quite smooth. And there's the nice yellow, that little yellow flower on the bush there. That's beautiful. It's everywhere. Colours are beautiful. Blues, maroons, yellows, whites, pinks. You know that they're here.
Just a total profusion of colours. Having a closer look at some of the banks here, that's everywhere. Looks like we are basically too late as far as the Banksy is concerned. These are a prime example of a beautiful looking flower.
Over here next to me here. You see those? The yellow and red. We go just back out here a little bit. Tiny little white and red. Pink and red.
The wattles, we're winding our way down to the Murchison River and a place called the Zedbin Gorge. And there's Mother and Carol just having a look at another wattle tree. I'll just pan round up on the hillside there. It's quite a lot of colour.
The wattle is lovely.
Look at the pink and white flowers in that.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting, Tony. It's in view of the ground cover with all the said she's having a rest at the moment. We're winding our way across to the Zedbin Gorge on the Murchison River. The view is absolutely beautiful. A few flowers there, just panning a little bit. And then in the distance is our first sighting of the gorge, which hopefully we'll get in a lot more detail a bit later. I think you can see some people obviously doing the same thing that we've got in mind. The gorge, just panning round. Yeah, we're just having a little siesta before we continue on the last leg. Yeah. It's just a general view again as we're approaching the gorge. Hopefully we'll be able to get some idea a bit later on of the overall depths. If you're looking right down into the gorge itself, just make people head down the bottom there and just panning around. It's gone to great depths to climb down here. Pardon the pun. Yeah, there's a presumably a wall go that just probably just making out in the centre of the picture. It's a fair way away. You just meandered amongst the rocks there. Carol and Philip and somebody else there just having a chat to him. Just pan down to the left. That's just a general view of the ravine again. It's just a general view of the surround. Slightly different view. Tony and I climbed part the way down the rock face, but it's just getting a little bit too slippery to take chances. Not so much not being able to climb down, but with the camera it makes things just that little bit awkward. Just scaling a bit of rock face here, climbing my way back over to Mother and Philip and Cal. There they are, just having a siesta. Fortunately it's just a bit too rough for Mother to get over to get a spectacular view of the gorge, but hopefully what I've taken today might give her a little bit more idea that what's how spectacular it really is. If you're approaching the Loop Gorge in Calvary National Park, again still surrounded by all the wildflowers, and at any rate I'll just proceed a little bit further and hopefully get some good pictures. Just overlooking the Loop Gorge. Notice Mother's got Diane's hat on to keep the sun off. The temperature at the moment are probably high 20s, low 30s. Beautiful day, hardly a breath of wind. And there's Bigger Clear approaching me now. Look up, Mrs. Mother.
I'm going back, just come and have a look. As long as there's somebody with a back.
Tony, just looking over the gorge, and as I just pan to the left and drop the camera down, you see again the Murchison River just meandering, for want of a better word, down around the gorge. Quite as spectacular as the Sept venue we went previously, but it's still very picturesque in its own way. Looking downstream from where I'm standing now, as I say, it lacks the majesty of the other gorge, I should say, but it's still the magnificent view. Tony, now if I wasn't awake, just step back one touch, will you, Tony, please?
No, next week.
Back, not forward.
Yeah.
Back or put him over the edge.
That's it, I just wanted to get the... Going in the river there, you can see the cutaway, and it gradually swings down to
Oh, here they are,
where
so you're going to have to climb over here.
it reaches the face of this gorge. Here, Carol on the way down now. Yes, here comes the adventurer herself.
He's not in the edge. A lot of these.
What'd you say, Carol?
This mother.
Spectacular, isn't it? No? I don't think I want to go up there.
There's plenty of room.
That's your hat, Diane.
There's plenty of room.
That's your hat, Diane.
It's nothing's very high.
It's quite something. Look at the river.
The loop, the gorge on the Murchison River. And as I said before, although it's spectacular in its own right, it just lacks a certain amount of appeal, majesty, I don't know what you actually call it. It's certainly nice views, there's no doubt about that. You see the river there, just following the base around on the reverse side, following the river from the other direction. And if I just swing around, to get some idea of the general landscape. Yeah, and up to the gorges, down to the gorges. I'm just going to have a nice, quiet drink. That's gone. And there's Mother Diane and Carol just preparing everything. The baby's asleep in the car. It's certainly a well-deserved drink. I don't know where he's been. Probably taking pictures of photo of flowers again. And he's just coming now to join the afternoon tea break. There they are. Way down, we're climbing down into the down to the river and into the valley, and this is a view that, as we come round the bend, this is a view that we saw in front of us, which again in its own way is very picturesque. We've got to. It's what I would imagine is probably the back section of the loop and the gorge. It's calmer seen from the road. It's taken quite a fair bit of climbing to get here. But I think as I swing the camera around, one can see the grandeur of the place. I'm just panning in a little bit there. There you can see the river and the gorge, and it's certainly spectacular to say that. At least there's the river at the base of the gorge, and we just follow it back. And swing in again, and there's the rock face. Tony and I are in the throes of climbing down this Tony, taking pictures and just doing a little bit of a rest. Unfortunately, I was just far too old for Mother and Carol and Diane. But we feel it was certainly well worth the effort as far as we're concerned. Close look on these yellow flowers here that's growing on the rocky outcrop, and then just pan back down into the gorge again. I said before, for the sake of repeating myself, it's magnificent views all the way. Not really, Tony. What's there of any?
Oh, just these are different
Just the
layers
different
of rock.
layers of rock. Yeah.
Whites, dark browns, reds,
Yeah.
just reminds you of the Aboriginal colours.
Yeah. The Aug
This thing looks like it's melted.
Aug Sept, Tony and I have just gone down silhouetted against the sky. It's magnificent. I'll just move in and see the texture of the rock itself. And I'll just pan to the left. There's a hole in the rock. And looks like Tony, I think. Yeah, there's Tony poking his big in. Yeah, no, it's just magnificent. As I said before, unfortunately, Mother Diana and Carol can't be with us. And I just have a look at the rock formations here. And I'll swing down into the valley. I think a couple of wild goats right down in the valley. Itself, I presume the wild goats in there is chomping away merrily. Then there's a swing around to the right. There's the still the Murchison River meandering right down the valley. Swing. So, as I said before, certainly very spectacular. We're just about to set on our way climb back. For that hole in the rock, it's certainly quite spectacular. Tony tells me it's known as nature's wind now, but I'll just pan right in and just get that silhouetted effect. It's certainly spectacular for sure. Looking down the gorge down onto the river through this hole in the rock. Now as I just pan back, hopefully we'll just get the outline of the hole that just been looking through, and there you can see the edges of the hole in the rock. Drawing out a similar view. At the top of these rocks again, you can see there how the trees have been twisted with obviously wind blown. And then just looking back again down the river a bit. It's a silhouetted rock. As I said, for the sake of repeating, the views are certainly magnificent. It's just another spectacular view across the valley there on the river. And just panning in there under the flowers, which are magnificent.
He tried then, he just done.
What
do you and Annie say? Smile at Gramps, come on. Smile at Gramps, smile at Gramps. Go on.
We said I'm messing the right. I'm messing the right.
You can move, Philip. You can
Philip.
move. He doesn't.
Philip.
He's sitting there with his face taken. Go what? Now go what? Go back and clap your hands. Right back. Come on.
There you are. Little bit. He's looking at
Philip.
now.
Philip!
Philip. Philip.
Smile. You're on candid camera.
He says, who the hell am I supposed to look at?
Oh no, don't cry. How are you? You can't see me back. Where's Philip? Where's Philip? Where's Philip? Where's Philip? I look for the tap. Look at what Daddy's doing, Philip. He's getting irritated by flies. Hi. Good day.
Philip,
Put the sunnies on. Where's your grapes? Here he is. Where's your grapes? Go on. As close as it's going to get, I think. Good day.
He's watching us.
I want him to start moving now. Get it. Now get back in the light, Diane. In the shadow, it's a better picture. It cuts out his shadow. That's it. Keep him in the shadow, Diane.
Getting ready to go. He's getting ready to go. He said, I've had enough sun here, I know what I am. Come on, guys. What? Get rid of when he moves, Leonard. Wipe your glasses, Tony.
Now make him move, will you?
That's
Now hang on. Let Tony take. Are you wanting to move? I didn't think he'd let us get this close, you know.
See the footprints?
Yeah.
Where he's left it? Well, that was it, Lord. So the
Go in.
go on, but you know, there was this wide apart.
Yeah.
So,
You know, when we stopped, I had no idea
oh,
what
where should I go? Oh,
Tony's got.
use your glasses for next time. I thought if a car comes, you'll be.
I kept taking him way back there because I didn't think we'd be able to get that close. I thought, I'll keep taking him because he'll be gone. I don't want to miss out.
Obviously, that is his camouflage.
He's there, he's coming up.
So much like a rock.
There.
Like a bit of wood.
Thorny devil. And something we probably won't see too often.
Just look at this plant, Leonard.
You know, it says it needs a lot of felt to protect it from cold.
Right. Have a look at this plant, right?
Kangaroo.
We've seen probably hundreds of thousands of these alongside the road. And this is probably the only flower that we haven't stopped to photograph, and it's probably the most magnificent, or certainly the most colourful of all the plants probably that we've seen. Here it is, the kangaroo pool. Magnificent.
I saw picked them up
In the
with
wind.
these.
A couple of really huge specimens.
View of all. Spectacular colour.
I said some of these.
are they?
Can you see the little
Oh,
spikes there? Can you see that?
Yeah, they're magnificent.
Little spikes there.
Yeah.
And each one appears to have one stamen
Yeah.
coming out from those little spikes. There's 6 spikes
Yeah.
on each one, and there's one stamen coming out.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
And then you've got these ones that are closed. I don't know if they open too eventually. These are those leaves closed that haven't
Yeah.
opened. You can see that one there. See, they're starting to open, Leonard.
That is lifelike as those
See that there?
Yeah.
They're starting to open.
that descend on that postcard to Andreen.
They're beautiful. Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
I haven't sent it yet. I'll send it to her.
Eh?
I
That's what your
haven't
mum
sent
has
it
to
yet. I'll
send
send
to
it to
her.
her.
This is what's got me. This here. In there.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah. But people don't take so much notice of that.
Morning tea, and we've arrived here along a four-wheel drive track, and as Carol called it, it was a hell of a drive, and we've still got to go back the same way. And you may have just heard us say, big brave me too. You know, just having morning tea. The weather is beautiful still. Just going to take a picture of the silly buggers carrying on here. Carol, stay there, dog. There's Koala Philip, sitting in the golden tree, and there's Tony alongside. He thinks he's clever. There's Carol and Leia, and somewhere just around to my left I think we should find... Where are you, Mrs. Mother? Mother, I don't know what she's spraying herself, having morning tea or what. Pressing wildflowers. Wow. Philip, come on, smile. Koala, Koala Phil. Here's his mother then. Anyway, as I said before, the weather's beautiful. It's a nice place to have morning tea. We're just making the most of it. Magnificent. But, just panning around onto these couple of trees. Carol noticed a creeper which I was exotic to say the least. She tells me it's some form of lily. I just can't remember the name that she said, but I'll just pan in a bit closer and see what it can. Close up view of it. Here it is, we'll just pan in. And that's this lily that she was talking about. It's just another couple there, just at the bottom of the picture, but it's a creeper type of flower, but it seems to have a very fine down or hair right across the face. In fact, I'll see if I'm just getting that little bit closer. Very fine down now on this particular magnification. It's a beautiful flower, there's no doubt about that. Tony, what did she say this particular one was?
Fringe lily.
A fringed lily. Yeah. It's a parasite type of plant, it's a creeper growing on this, I think it's a grevillea that it's climbing on. They're all doing the tour of inspection along with Mother in front on the track, just looking generally for wild flowers. Tony, way up in front somewhere, has found a different flower which he reckons is in the grevillea group, so we'll just wander up there and we'll have a closer look on the one he's talking about. Unfortunately they're not quite out, just panning around. You might find one that's just a little bit further advanced than this particular one. It's a little bit more open than the others. We'll just see what unfortunately the winds way up here is just giving it a bit of a hiding. Certainly beautiful.
Wow, look at the anthill.
Oh, anthill, which was reminiscent of our trip up to the centre and way up north last suppose this is just about the starting line. Because there's quite a few up around Carnarvon, that's for sure. I think that there's Termite Hill and Ant Hill, whatever they call them. I'm just panning down a little bit.
Frenzy of activity around that.
According to Carol, there's a fair bit of activity, so see whether we can find any
Yes, a lot
ants or termites or whatever. But, looked a little bit away off the top there, and just panning in, you can just see the white ant or termite that is disturbed. And, well, my feet feel at the moment, I think I'm standing in a bloody ant's net as well. I'm itching like bugger. Yeah, there's the white ants or termites that build these mounds. Track and notice this, I presume it's blue tongue or stump tail lizard or whatever they call them. Just move in a little bit. Yeah, he is well camouflaged, that's for sure. And, he's certainly well camouflaged. Yeah. Yes.
Not you. These shoes are as hard as nails. That's for sure.
tiny, don't frighten him.
Yeah, I don't want to frighten.
She's brave.
No, no.
He's facing the other way, I don't know.
Alright, Pet.
He's getting a little bit vicious with Tony, to say the least.
Grasshopper on his head. Tiny
Tony,
grasshopper
don't
on his
worry
head.
about the grasshopper.
I think it's quite cute. Just,
Tony,
May I see it? Yes, I see it.
it's alright. Just on his eye.
Yes, I can see it.
Mm.
Now
Okay,
come
can I
away
have a
from
shot
it,
of you
love.
open his mouth?
No, come away from it,
It's
darling.
alright.
Certainly the slowest. In fact, Aug Sept ones with the just stomp, I think it's just an ordinary blue tongue.
Ordinary, he's
Yeah.
huge.
Bring him on the puff out the glass.
Anyway, his tongue coming out at Tony. Anyway, here's the stumpy tail lizard.
Come away before we really get him stressed.
Come on.
Certainly, anyway, that's the blue tongue stumpy tail, or whatever you want to call it.
It's a real nice.
Beautiful colour.
So it is good. And the skin's like, I don't know, a bit like crocodile skin.
Something like about that would be 15 or 16 inches long overall is about. Yeah. And just slowly edging his way. Yeah. Bye-bye, Mr. Stumpy Dale. Just crossing the track, but you just come down there. And there he goes, back into the bush. And the beach. Just going to have first opposite various lookout. This one here is the Red Bluff lookout. I'm just filling in now so that when I turn and talk into the wind, you know, at least know where we are and what we do. Just swing into the left, we should see. against all the bloody tables and chairs. To chose this particular spot because just round to our left is a can, because this is supposedly the spot or in this general area where possibly the first recorded landing of white men well actually landed and possibly even lived. In fact there's legend has it, or say legend, tales, stories have it that a lot of Aborigines in this area had blue eyes and blonde hair. I won't go into any details. I want to take a picture of the can, which is just up on our left. It might then be perhaps self-explanatory as to what I'm really talking about. And then down there there's patient Eddie watching everybody fill the faces.
Hi, Dad.
Philip! Yeah, it's still very windy unfortunately.
Hi, Gwen. Yeah, something like that.
I see.
Carol and Philip are coming up to just have a look at this cane I was talking about just a minute or two ago. Get ready. I've seen some bloody flowers. Oh, again, it is Carol's picking. Right. Back to this cane. Just pan around. There's this cane I was talking about. It's moving and so I can actually see it. Just so I can get it in, just move in a little bit closer. Just where it says there.
1629.
Long time ago.
It's just beautiful lens. It's just another nature study shot for the day. A shot of this particular flower here, so that continues our nature studies for the day, but it's certainly an unusual specimen, that's for sure.
Philip! Philip! Go on.
Go on.
Okay. Go on. Daddy's having fun packing. Go on. Clap hands. Go on. Clap hands. Go on. Clap hands.
few of his pictures. It's late in the afternoon. Probably around about 5 o'clock. Just panning the camera, you can see Perth buildings in the background there, and then just slowly panning out to Perth water, continuation of Perth. On the bridge there, see the evening peak period of traffic, and that's the southern outlets of Perth itself. Just slowly passing around this Swan River and Perth outer suburbs. It's another balmy evening. It's nice and warm, very little wind. This is just another closer view of Perth. So we swing around. There's the Perth again, I'll just pan in a little bit. And there's the Perth skyline as such. We wanted to ensure the buildings there that's under construction. Obviously it's going to be, or will be, the tallest building in Perth. And just spanning around just a little bit more. There's Tony. It's the Perth skyline. Still taking those pictures of Perth and all that. And just panning. See, it's Tony in the late afternoon sun there. General feel of the Perth, the peak traffic and the freeway system as it exists to get out of Perth. Meanwhile, there's the interchanges. See the traffic backed up on various outlets set up around and we're just taking a few shots. Just noticed Northwood and Diane, and then amongst the trees down the wood, and I'm just trying to put them up if I can. Pick them up on the camera, or I'll just zoom in onto them now. Just see how they can pick up the small dots in the waters. Now, unfortunately, this kind of those with the camera, it's I'm including full signals into the little watercourse here, and if I just pan just sitting here waiting for the first traffic, as it were, peak traffic to subside a bit, and it's the intention then just have a drive around Perth. So we'll just have a it's certainly a beautiful city. All chicks.
Here comes Mummy and Dad round the bend. They'll be coming out to us. Antonio's in that we might have even had in the carrot. Hello. Hello, little boy.
Where's everybody disappeared to? There's Carol. There's Mother. There's the centre of attention is to try and maybe fed, get some bread or whatever the case may be. That one looks like water in, more in of cooled it. general pan around. Landers should say on Rottnest Island now, and his mother and Cal just heading away to the arrival station. Philip and little Philip all just off for his stay. There's Diane, there's Darren. View across the bay, it's just the lighthouse there. Swing around a bit more. You can actually see it's on the horizon now. I think it's like what might be a submarine. Yeah, that's the glistening waters just coming across from the first. Just having a slow meander on the foreshore, as you can see in the background, we're generally built by convict labour around about the middle 1800s, and now available for holiday resorts and the likes during the summer periods on Rottnest Island. The bird life, obviously the crowd just picking some morsel as I just pan around. You get the shot across the pier and the belt there right in the centre of the picture, the one who chooses is the one that will just come over Perth on the ship pan around. Very close up view is the ship will just come over. The tree, the reason we stopped here is the grotesque shape of the tree and the size of it. Certainly got an unusual shape. Just panning out to the left, there's an unusual rock out in the water there somewhere. We'll look at in the centre of the picture, I'll just pan in and see whether we can get a closer look. Certainly unusual rock the way the base has been washed away and the glimmering water all the way around it. One thing we've seen like the style of buildings is certainly not been built in the last few years. And there's Robin and Carol meandering now, wandering. I'm just going to rest the legs obviously while Diane and Tony catches up and sightseeing somewhere on the track. it's just coming into sight. There's the skyline of Perth. And the building just make it out through the haze. It's one of the jetties. There's the point. It's quite warm. As far as the temperature in the campers, I just wandering, walking, not meandering, I'm not allowed to use that word. Up this way, this tree line section of the thoroughfare. I'm just going to have a drink before we have one. I'm just having a quiet beer as a start prior to lunch. I am?
I'm just turning to look around.
Ah.
Here's Tony's beer all over Philip. Have his first taste of alcohol. We're on Nottingham Island at the hotel having a drink before dinner. Some of the blocks that are high right on the island.
Salt lakes on this island in the distance. You may or may not pick up in the skyline of Perth. Just zoom in and see what we can pick up. Fortunately, it's just a little bit too just make out the skyline of Perth there again. It's just a general the skyline like this island generator that seems to have bored recently on this island that supplies much more 10% of the power and electrical power required. in the background if it's at all possible to see. Trying to. Just make out the jelly then just try and feed them.
Jerry in the pit?
This one here.
This one here. Jerry. That's why we sit up.
Pull it back a bit, do it.
Yeah, just hold it back a little bit. Right out.
Oh, look. Just hold it back. Don't let him get near it too near. Oh, look at the other one. Oh, look at the Joey.
Hold it up, do.
Oh, isn't it a beast? One up and one down.
One up.
Oh, look at this. I'm falling over. The smells kind of hard.
Oh, strike.
Oh, isn't it cheeky? They learn young, don't they?
Pick your hand up.
I didn't get any of her with the Joey.
West end of Rottnest, there is a walking trail which will take you to a much closer view of that Japanese tuna vessel as well.
Yeah, that.
Just a general view of the bays and the scenery. Southern Cal. Just quietly walking. Just going down to have a look at tuna, Japanese tuna fishing vessel. As a crystal. Just to go on the same. Steady. the whole of the ship is in jeopardy and all of the ship. Everyone says that it's surrounding really no wonder that this thing ship lost its water.
Yeah, like I said, to leave your bedroom pain.
When we have meter tides, I think they're all pretty safe. And then when we have a low